Baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do, baby shark do 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 do. Mama shark do 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 do.
Oh, there's certain ones though, because
I thought that's grandpa.
But is that grandma or grandpa? I don't remember.
Welcome to Royally Unhinged, the podcast. It's the podcast where we talk all things networking, marketing, and wizardry. Because this gal likes Harry Potter a whole lot. Yeah, you betcha.
Avada Kedavra.
It's everything you needed to know, everything you didn't know you needed to know, and a couple of things sprinkled in between. It's the podcast you wish you'd found ages ago, but hey, you can't change yesterday, so keep her moving. I'm one of your podcast co-hosts, Princess Paula, along with this other co-hosting podcast.
I'm the podcast Tarah B, apparently.
All on her own. She is her own.
I'm my own co-hosting
She is a
podcast.
50% co-host. I'm a 50% co-host. And together, the two of us are Royally Unhinged. Actually, have you ever heard that, like, when you marry someone, it's not 50-50, it's 100 and 100? Because if you take one pile of sand and add it to another pile of sand, you end up with one big pile of sand.
You do.
It's not 50-50, because we are a whole people.
We are a whole people.
We are whole humans.
Human.
Hey, Miss Tarah B. We haven't been together for a while, and I've really missed her, so get ready, because I'm going to be touching her a whole lot, maybe, appropriately. Tell the fine folks.
Get your hits in while you can, because soon this will be covered.
Why?
Because I'm getting my tattoo.
Yeah, but are you getting a sleeve? Oh, wait, first talk about sponsoring.
Okay, you can sponsor the podcast Royally Unhinged. There's a couple different ways you can do it. But if you want to sponsor, you can go to royallyunhinged.com, go down to the bottom, fill out the contact form, or you can just text us. That's cool too. But you can either sponsor us by having us come onto your location at your organization, place of business, and we will tailor a topic around your industry, who you are, all that great stuff. And we will be on location. Or if you just want us little merry old folks just to sit right here in the studio and talk about you, we can do that too.
Merry old folks. I thought you were going to say mariachi band. I was like, that'd be fun too.
That would be fun.
If you want to sponsor and you've got some money, come on business, let us know. Doodaloo, doodaloo, doodaloo. All right, let's talk about this. Again, I haven't seen her in a while, so you're going to learn what I'm going to learn. So how big is this tattoo that we're getting?
So here's the thing. So I
shot the sheriff,
but I did not shoot the deputy. So I don't know exactly the size that I'm doing. I think it's going to be about this.
And what's it going to be?
So it's going to be wildflowers and then the red ribbon for blood cancer, for multiple myeloma.
Wow, that sounds painful.
Some of you have known, some of you don't have known.
Not known?
Not known.
Are unaware?
Words are hard today. But my dad was, and he'll watch this, so sorry, Dad, I'm spilling your beans, but you told me I could, so...
Not magic beans, but these beans.
Not magic bean, but these beans. Nope, not gonna go there. But he was recently diagnosed with multiple myeloma, which is blood cancer / bone marrow cancer. So, I just wanted to do something, and I'll have that. He doesn't even know I'm getting it.
Oh,
my mom knows. Cindy, you know.
She knows.
But he'll know by the time that this airs. But
maybe not, unless you keep it secret. Let them find out like this.
Well, I think I'm going to see them tomorrow or later today.
Just have your arm wrapped in saran wrap like they always do. Wrap it up.
Well, now they do the weird things where it's like the...
puffy?
Yeah, then you get the ink bubbles.
Oh, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Like the ink pouches.
Is it going to be color or is it going to be gray?
It's going to be like a watercolor sort of thing. So by the time you see this, I'll already have it.
Okay, so this is going to, you didn't realize this, but you're going to lean into our topic a little bit today.
Ooh.
How did you find and no free shout outs, but how did you find the place where you're going to get the tattoo?
So actually, my husband is friends with this gal on Facebook.
Okay.
And he went to high school with her. And she was a grade above or below or something. But one of her friends, he was like kind of friends with. So like they knew of each other or something like that. So I've been talking about doing a tattoo for a while, getting this one actually covered up, which I'm going to see if I can get it covered up with this tattoo. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It might be this arm. It might be this arm. I don't know. But I've been talking about getting a tattoo for a while, and he follows her on Facebook. So he was like, oh, there's this gal that I went to high school with. Like, you should look at her work. You'll really like it. Because she does a lot of like Nordic focused stuff, which I'm Norwegian.
Okay.
Like I'm very, like that's a very strong, heritage. That's the word I was looking for. In my family. So I was looking at a lot of her work and I really, really loved it. Cause I've been to tattoo shops before, like for my nose piercing or even this tattoo. And it had like, each place has a different style.
Yes.
Like huge different style. And the one that I went to for my nose piercing, like it was that very old school, like the heart with mom written in it, like the
I have one
devils
of those.
and
No, just kidding.
There's nothing wrong with any of those tattoos. It's just not my style.
I have one.
Like
I have
the
a heart
koi
that
fish.
says Potter.
Potter, heavy Potter. We like him a lot.
How do
So
you not
anyways.
have a Harry Potter tattoo?
I mean, I like Harry Potter, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to slap that on my
Oh,
body.
you don't like him like eternally.
Yeah, I don't know.
I get that.
Maybe down the line, if it's like one of those, not like direct where it's like the Harry Potter logo or something, but if it's
with
like
a little C for copyright trademark.
would I be in copyright infringement?
Wait a minute. What if oh my gosh, I need to get just a trademark symbol on myself.
Then you're trademarked.
Yes! Come on. How cool would that be? And if people are like, what's that? There's only one. And I'm trademarked. Oh my gosh. Okay, I kind of love that.
You could do that with your crown though, and then have that on there, because then that's part of
but
your.
I just
brand.
want me to be, or like the copyright symbol, and the whole thing is just like, because I am one of a
You
kind.
should do like the thing where they get it behind the ear a little bit or something. So
Then
it's
I'll look like a bot. Kind of like when you're looking at gold and you're looking for the symbol on gold to see if it's real. I'll just be like, there's the symbol. Tell you that she's 100% authentically Paula.
So anyways, so I really liked her style. And since everything was happening with my dad recently, I was like, well, and you and I have talked about going to get a tattoo
Pause.
as well.
We're going to go a totally different direction in this podcast. Hold on. I got lint on my lip. I got lint on my lip, lip. If you ever wear lip gloss, sometimes it's sticky. We're going to go in a whole different direction for this podcast. So thankfully I didn't say the topic yet. We're actually going to go into tattoos because I want to have a whole conversation of tattoos in the corporate world.
I love this topic.
Yes. So sometimes that's what happens, folks. Sometimes, sorry, I was very loud. Sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes you tune in and, well, you already know what it's going to be because you saw the thumbnail. So you know exactly what this is going to be.
Or I could make it completely opposite of what the episode is actually about.
But I'm just realizing this is a great topic that I want to discuss because I think this is important. It doesn't matter if you own your own business, work for a business, give people the business. This is legit to talk about. And whether or not people have tattoos, why they do or don't, why they choose to. Even going into the whole, like, you might not want a Harry Potter tattoo. Why or why not?
Oh, this is good.
For me, that, like, I love the whole copyright idea. Or, as you were just talking, I was like, to have one of my crowns, like even a tiny crown behind my ear. Again, kind of like that trademark. Because when you look at jewelry, if you want to know something's authentic, there's always a mark on it.
It's the maker's mark. You look for the maker's mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not the alcohol. But you look for the maker's mark to see if something is genuine.
Yes.
And I just think it'd be really cool to have a tattoo somewhere on me that kind of lets you know she's the real thing.
You can still come with me tonight.
I didn't know I cannot. I'm not. No, thank you.
She was almost going to go with me. And she's like,
not.
It's 2 hours and 15 minutes away. So,
okay. So back to you and finding this gal
yes.
and choosing her.
Yes.
So you seeing her work has been based on what you've seen on Facebook. Or does she have a website?
She has a website too.
Okay.
So she owns her own.
But you found out about her because you went to school with your husband.
Yes.
And he follows her.
Yes.
And he was like, hey, I know someone that does tattoos.
Yeah, because he knows I'm really into my heritage and stuff. Like, I have a bunch of Norwegian and Swedish stuff, like decor all around the house.
Heritage?
My Harry.
Your Harry Potter-tige?
That will be my tattoo. It will say Harry dash Tidge.
There you go. That's actually kind of fun. That's kind of fun.
So yeah, that's how I found her, because she. Oh no! What? Oh no!
What if someone that had actual warts were like, these are my Hogwarts? Sorry, I'm just like. Anyways, totally unrelated. Sometimes there's just, I've really missed her.
It's been a while. I was gone for a week, and then all life.
But then they released her
From Azkaban. This is my attire. This is my Azkaban attire. My travel outfit to Azkaban.
And I just got out from under the stairs. So there's that. They finally let me out. Please.
Okay, so that's how I found this gal. So when I decided that I wanted to get a tattoo like this, like, I even went to like chat and I was throwing in like different ideas. I went to Pinterest.
Don't do that. No, okay. Actually, it's good for getting ideas.
Here's what I did, because I'm a graphic designer. I'm an artist. So I did not want chat to come up with exactly what my tattoo was going to be.
Okay.
So what I was doing, I like threw in some different ideas, and I found out that the red ribbon is for blood cancer and all that stuff. So then I was like, well, I went to Pinterest to kind of look for some different ideas, but I've always wanted like a wildflower tattoo anyways, or like a nature sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I was looking at some different Minnesota native wildflowers, and I found a few different ones that have different meanings behind them. And it's like getting through a really difficult time, coming out the other side stronger, like having a really strong support system.
Pause. There's a whole book called The Language of Flowers, because you are right. Every flower means something different. And so you can actually communicate to people through a flower bouquet by the flowers you put in that bouquet, since they all have meaning and they all stand for something, and then you can send messages.
That's actually a really good marketing idea in general.
So it was a book called The Language of Flowers. Amazing book. But there are like literal meanings behind flowers of what they stand for. So it's really significant when you send certain flowers.
That'd be cool for like probably the recipient might not know exactly.
Well, you'd have to include like a little note.
A little card or something like, this is what, like, thanks for being a client of mine. Like, here's a bouquet. And you can almost
send
whatever.
Like secret messages.
We're getting secretive.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
That was a huge pause.
Sorry, I wanted to get like
the actual.
Yeah. So, like a red tulip, true love, great. Peony, prosperity, honor, happy marriage. Hydrangea is like gratitude, heartfelt emotion. What is yours? What are you getting?
So, let me pull it up.
The zinnia, enduring friendship, remembrance.
She just sent me the mock-up of it last night.
The orchid is beauty, luxury, and strength.
So I'm doing chicory.
Okay, that's not in my list.
Wild bergamot.
Okay, that's not even a flower.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Prairie smoke, and then just a native wildflower.
How about, I can't even spell chicory. Chicory.
Chicory.
All right.
Chat, give me the meanings.
Its meaning is tied to endurance, patience, and steadfast devotion. That's good. What was the other one? Oh, that's a pretty flower, the chicory. I would show you guys, but it's too far away. What else? What's the other one? She's already looking.
Well, I was looking because I pulled up what the meanings of each one of them are. So it's wild bergamot, and then prairie smoke. Those are the main ones. And then I just have like filler flowers, native wildflowers that will be in between.
That's going to be so this is what that book was so cool because it was kind of like a mystery book. And in it, all of the flowers were super important. Like they were communicating something.
Yeah.
So wild bergamot, also known as bee balm, symbolizes compassion, healing, good health, empathy, community. Oh, that's really good.
And then the prairie smoke, so it symbolizes resilience and moving through difficult times.
Oh, so good.
So,
Okay.
and chat
So
did give me like definitions of like what each one meant too and stuff.
is that what it's going to look like?
Close to it.
Or that's an idea? That's
So here's the thing. It was an idea.
To bring that to the artist and then let the artist do that.
That's
gives
exactly
them
what I told
here's
her.
the idea of what I'm going
Yes.
for, or here's the inspiration.
That's exactly
It's
what
an
I told her. And
inspiration
I
photo.
said, I am also an artist. I don't want you to copy exactly what this is. I want you to have your human artistic hand behind it. And if something is not going to work well, like balance well based off of, because she's the expert. See previous episodes on experts. But she's the expert in doing tattoos. So I'm like, I want you, this is just what I want on it. I want the ribbon, like, do it.
Are you going to have, okay. So what I really like about this is something that you were just saying is, because it's the same thing with graphic designers, that when you come to them, I think it's absolutely okay to use chat or AI to say, give me an inspiration. I'm looking for a logo for my business. I'm looking for a graphic idea. Have chat generate something. Don't ever go to your graphics person or a graphics person and say, here, just put this on a shirt or whatnot. You have to let the people that do this for a living give you feedback. They're going to let you know if it will work on a mug, if it's going to work on a shirt, if it's going to work in print. Just because AI has said, here's an idea, doesn't mean it's going to work for a tattoo.
AI is going to do what you tell it to do.
Absolutely.
Artist is going to suggest that you do something different if it's not going to work.
And part of going to a tattoo artist or a graphics person like you, to your point, they have experience. They have a cool eye. Hopefully you're choosing your tattoo artist because you've seen their work.
Yes.
And you're just like, oh, that's... Yep. Okay. This drives me a little nuts. Sorry, I'm getting a little passionate. Because it's like this in all things. If you have someone, an architect, come and design a house for you. If you have a landscaping person come and design a garden for you. When you're working with somebody, you're choosing them because you've seen their style, their signature, and you like what they do. You like how they design, build,
You've seen their galleries,
create.
You've seen the projects that they've worked on.
Exactly. And that's
stuff.
what you want. And that's why I think the human touch is never going to go away because, well, AI can't tattoo you, number one.
Yet.
Could you imagine if you could just go in somewhere, sit down, and it tattoos you?
Okay.
But then you couldn't get out of it because they'd have to lock you in and keep you still so the robot couldn't.
Okay, if you think about that too, because even like nail techs, like they have those nail printers now that you can just buy for like $1,500 and you put in an image or whatever design you want and you just put in your finger.
What?
And it just prints it right on it. It's
really?
yeah. That's why I'm like, it could potentially be a thing that tattoos are...
No, because...
I don't know.
You have to stay still. Like for a tattoo, you have to stay pretty still.
No, I know.
And if it was
I don't know
be a robot.
I don't know if state law would allow it
No,
to actually happen.
That frightens me.
Because it's skin and it's a needle.
Did you get a new Awala?
A while ago, like a month ago.
Yeah, you had a solid color. Well, I haven't seen you.
I know.
Wow.
I mean, I still have my other one, but I just really liked.
So let's get back to tattoos for a minute.
In the corporate world,
because, okay, I'm curious if it's a generational thing. So I'm Gen X. You are Gen Z.
I'm a millennial.
I mean a millennial. Sorry, millennial.
Elder millennial, I like to say.
And like for my generation, it was unacceptable at all. So all the tattoos were always put in places that you could hide with a dress shirt.
Yep.
Or, clothing.
Yep.
It's becoming more commonplace. What are your thoughts?
So,
will it impact whether or not you do business with someone?
I think to an extent it can. Like, if you have tattoos all over your face, like, that shows a different... I don't want to say, like, a negative thing, but it's a different level of creativity that person is, like, expressing. Like, if you have... Well, and then, okay, if we look at the... There's been TV shows about it where people, like, tattoo their entire head. And then they get, like, horn implants in there and, like, all of this stuff. And they, like, split their tongue and, like... That's...
I've seen that show too.
Like, but then it's been, like, a thing that they follow up, like, how do you live your normal life? Like, do you have a normal job? Or are you, like, behind the scenes? Or... And maybe it's just a comfort... I mean, I think it goes to the mission and values of what the business owner really is, or the small businesses are different than corporate businesses.
This is a hard one. Like,
It's
this is
really
why
hard.
leaning into this, because if you're watching or listening right now, if you have tattoos, do you think it impacts whether or not people do business with you? And, or have you ever hesitated doing business with someone, like when you first encounter someone that's heavily tattooed? Because I just think
Like, what are your initial thoughts? Like, are you...
And where does it belong? Does it belong everywhere? Is it okay to be anywhere? Like, if you're on a construction site, it's okay, but not in a boardroom?
I don't know. That's my answer.
And that's our podcast.
I don't know.
No, like, this is...
It's a big topic. I will say that at a previous job that I had, there was one of the gals that worked there. Like, she started getting more tattoos, which was fine. Like, we didn't have any, like, the owner didn't have anything
a policy.
against. Yeah. But did we have it written into our policies, anything like that? It was one time, I think she wanted to come in and shave her head, but then dye it pink, like hot pink.
Like her scalp?
Well, like buzz.
Oh, like the fuzz?
Yeah,
Okay.
the fuzz. And then, like, do hot pink or something. And, like, the owner was highly against that.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a certain level, and it's the owner's company. There's a certain level of presence that the owner wanted to show.
And this is it. So, like, if you have a brand... Oh, this is like a bit of a hot topic.
It is a hot
because
topic.
if you have a brand, like, let's say you have a luxury airline or something. So your brand is luxury. Does that align with your brand? And people can probably argue both sides of it and say it shouldn't matter. Or you could have a shaved head with, like, just super short hair that's dyed pink, and it could be, you know, if you're wearing like a really elegant suit or something, like, that's going to look really powerful and really cool. Will it drive some people off? Does this come back to be the Ferrari? You're not for everyone.
I mean, I think it does, because if you're a small business owner and you have your brand, if you want to keep that brand up to the quality of standard that you want it to be, like, that, all that stuff should be written in your policy. So if you're going to hire people, like, they should be able to see that policy ahead of time and know, like, okay, this probably isn't the place for me because I don't want to say they don't want me to show my creativity on my body or something like that, but it's like,
okay, I got a story.
Oh, give a story.
With this, I'm going to try to neutralize this as much as I could. Once upon a time, I worked for a company.
I know which company.
That was, let's just say, in the financial industry. And I was getting to interview people to potentially join the company. And one day, there was a gal. On paper, I'd already talked to her. Fantastic. Super smart. Managing some businesses. Like, just articulate, all the things. Fantastic. So I was like, come in for an in-person. I was moving her through the line. Come in for an in-person interview. She came in for the interview, and it was myself and one of my leaders, someone else in on the interview with me. Someone else that would be the final decision maker.
Yeah.
And we did. Now, when she came in, lots of tattoos. Like, arms were just covered in tattoos and stuff. But great interview. Like, again, articulate, smart, go-getter, hardworking. And so when we were done the interview, I was like, oh, absolutely want to hire her.
Yeah.
100%. And the person that was with me, that was the ultimate decision maker, was just like, so what do you think? And I was like, oh, yeah, I think this is great. And they were just like, no. She doesn't fit in with, like, look around. Does she match us? And it was at that point I said, so how are we going to reach that whole demographic that needs our services?
I was just going to say that.
Because if one of us walks into... Paula walks into a bar. Like, if one of us walks into these places,
It's a new joke.
no one's going to want to talk to us or trust us.
Yeah.
But she walks in, she's going to have instant trust. Follow this line with me for a second. Because at another point in time, I was working for I've worked for a lot of financial companies. And I remember one of the advisors I was working with was a former cop, a retired cop.
Mm-hmm.
And I was helping him with his marketing and branding. And it was interesting because he said, cops only trust cops. Like, cops don't trust anyone that's not a cop. So if you come in and try to give them financial advice and tell them what to do, they are not going to trust you because they're very tight-knit. So he had the advantage that he was able to go in, like become the advisor to the cops, if you will, because they're going to trust him. He knows how to speak their language. You know, he's already in. I was looking at this woman the same way, going, there's all kinds of people that have money that they need to invest and they need to, she is going to be able to enter into a community of people that none of us would have the same success. Tattooed, because her tattoo, like, it was amazing how quickly we judge, and I'm guilty of it as well. I've seen people all tattooed, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
did you just come off of death row? Like, where'd you? And because there is a stereotype, like for years, tattooed people were, you know, guys, Navy guys off the pier, you know, that just walked off a boat. Like, now it's become super popular.
Oh yeah,
everybody's getting a tattoo.
They are.
Not Harry Potter tattoos.
Not a Harry Potter tattoo.
So it's always like, when is it, if you walk into a boardroom, if you see somebody with tattoos, does it need to fit the brand? Does it fit your narrative? Do you need to address it because you know people might judge you? Like, I really want to know what our watchers, listeners think.
This is so interesting because there's also this, there's this brother duo that I have followed on TikTok for a little bit, way long ago, and then I'm not on TikTok anymore really, but both of them are very heavily tattooed. They have face tattoos, their entire body, like
face
their
tattoos
torso.
intimidate me.
They do intimidate me too, but I think, well, I don't know. But what they ended up doing, or like, think of like Pete Davis or Davidson, Pete David, the actor. Like, he started getting all his tattoos removed and stuff, whatever. So, anyways, this duo team, these brothers, you all know, but these two brothers, they were so heavily tattooed, but what they, I think it's Pete Davidson, but they were FedEx drivers.
Oh.
Because they couldn't get...
What?
I don't know the full story. Some of you might know him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He started getting all of his tattoos removed, though.
Oh, wow.
And he's got like a ton. So he's going through the whole process right now. But, oh, this is so interesting. So I don't know.
I know, it's like, if you can't, like, so they couldn't get a regular job and they ended up doing...
I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but like...
Is it okay? Is it legal to not hire someone because of tattoos? I don't know if that's an HR nightmare.
I think well...
Now I got to do a deep dive. I feel like we need to have a conversation with some of our HR friends.
Well, I think it's the same thing. Like, you can't be, what's the word?
Discriminatory.
Yes, thank you.
But what if part of your brand is like, we don't want any tattoos? Like, we're a super clean, like, especially if you're
I don't know if legally you can do it.
Skincare or something. If you're just like, all right, we just don't want that.
Well, maybe that would be good to have somebody with tattoos so you can teach people how to keep their tattoos vibrant.
I don't know. For the first time, I don't really have an opinion. I don't really know where to land on this. Kind of, where do tattoos fit in the marketplace, in business?
I honestly think it's a be the Ferrari thing. Like, if you go to a business and they're just like, no, I'm sorry, like, the tattoos are just throwing us off, like, it's not part of our brand, then that job isn't for you. Like, you need to find a spot that you fit in, that you're going to be happy in. Because if you get that position and then you just feel like people are just watching you all the time, well, maybe you like that, I don't know. But if you feel like that you're being judged all the time based off of all the tattoos that you have, luckily for me, I'm my own business, so I don't have to answer to higher ups and I can get as many tattoos as I want.
Right.
But like, in corporate world, I don't think it's really, like, I'm thinking about like Google specifically, like Google corporate, like, you don't see anybody at Google. Like, you don't know who actually works at Google. So like
when you're talking to them,
yeah, like
oh my gosh,
that probably doesn't matter. It's like front facing.
Okay, and do you think of this at all? Like, you're about to go get a potentially a rather large tattoo today. Are you thinking about that at all? Going, how is this going to affect my business? Or kind of going, well, it won't because I can cover it up. Like if any of that thought process goes through when you're deciding where to put it.
No, I don't care.
She don't care.
I don't care.
Because I know, like, I just have this small one on my wrist, but I'm so aware of it because there's times where I'm speaking and I'll see people look at it. Like if I'm opening up my hands, they notice it's there, and I'll see people's eyes travel to it, and I become immediately self-conscious sometimes.
Really?
Because I'm like, oh, they just notice I have a tattoo. Because you can kind of read people sometimes when they're just like, oh, tattoo. I'm like, oh, because everybody, I think people, because, okay, with my children, with my two boys, I have one that's getting like all kinds of really cool tattoos, and he's slowly, gradually working on a sleeve. Mm-hmm. My other one's like, never want to get one in my life. And they're, you know, very different opinions. Everybody kind of has a different opinion.
Well, and me and my husband are kind of the same because, like, well, I got this one. This is the only one I have right now. And I got that when I was, like, 18 or something. And it was one of the stupid, like, oh, let's go get a matching tattoo with the guy I was dating. It's awesome. No, it was not awesome. But, like, I've been always open to getting another tattoo where my husband, like, years ago, he was like, I want to get a compass. So I like drew up a compass for him, and like I did the artwork for him. And then he was like, I know you have one. And then he was like, he changed it and he wanted to have a Karen, and he wanted to get a Karen.
A Karen?
For hiking. You stack the rocks, Cairn.
Oh!
Not a Karen. A Karen, a hiking Karen.
That's weird. Listen, Karen!
The rock Karen. Cairn. He wanted to get that here, so I was going to design something for him. And that was like when we first got married that he wanted to get it. And now 14.
She's glitching.
So, like, how old am I? 12 years. 12 years later. Wasn't even close. 12 years later, he's now like, I don't ever want to get a tattoo. And he kind of makes fun of me as a joke, but he's like, I don't want to sully my body with a tattoo. And I'm like, you're a butt face. But
you're like, I don't have a sully tattoo on my body. Look at, I've sullied my body.
And I have Mike Wazowski right next to it. But he, I mean, he's supportive of me going to get it. He might get one at some point in his life, but like, it's just not something that he wants to do. And I'm doing for a couple different reasons. A, to show my support to my family, and also to bring awareness around it. But it's something for me just to like, it's another like step in my life that's happening right now. So I kind of want to like have something that's always in remembrance of that. That's going to be with me forever. And then I can build on it. Cause I wanted to kind of get like a
sleeve,
not like a full, like solid one. I don't think I'll ever get to that point, but just kind of like a...
Okay, and I'm also always very aware, like the few tattoos that I have, is being an old lady and what it would look like as an old person. Because again, like for some of the face tattoos people get, when you're young, it looks cool and dangerous. I want to know what it looks like to see some 90-year-old person.
Oh my gosh, I've totally seen like TLC shows or something where it's like the 85-year-old woman who's just completely fully tattooed. And it's like, some of them look still really vibrant. So I don't know if she just got one recently, but like I've seen... It's
At
crazy.
that point, do you ever regret? Like, I'm just kind of going...
But did I ever tell you what my retirement dream is when I'm an old grandma?
Oh my gosh. What?
I've been thinking about this for a long time. When I'm old and kids got their own kids and I got white hair and stuff like that, I want like an old like 1970s convertible, like cherry red, even though I don't even like red that much, but I want it cherry red. And I want hydraulics on it, and I just want to be like rolling down the street as a grandma with hydraulics and listening to like old school rap. So my tattoos would fit in very nicely with that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just, I think tattoos have become, is another thing that's just become so trendy. You know, once upon a time, they were a sign that you were in the Navy, that you just came off a boat, that you were a rough and gruff person like that, like OG tattoos. Now, everybody gets a tattoo. Everyone. Bachelorette parties, the girls are getting one, teenagers, like everybody's getting a tattoo.
They have them at weddings now. Like you can get tattooed at weddings.
Well, probably not permanent. Yeah, no. Okay, we had a rule with our kids because I have no problem with tattoos, but with my kids, our rule was whatever you want tattooed, you have to draw it out, like have it on paper, put it away in a drawer for 3 weeks, and then after 3 weeks, pull it out and see if you still like it enough to put it on your body. It was like there had to be a bit of a waiting period because it was very much like, this is
Don't
forever.
be impulsive about it because it is forever. And I was literally, I mean, I think the past 6 years, I'm like, I want to get a tattoo. I want to get this one covered up. I have a Pinterest board for the last
usually where people go
years
to find their tattoos.
But ironically, so I was looking for red ribbon tattoos on Pinterest. There's like nothing.
Okay, but again, back to the beginning of this conversation. That is the beauty of when you go to a business. Okay, full circle moment. Just like every other business, when we talk about being the Ferrari, when we talk about someone's brand and being unique, it is no different with tattoo artists because each one has a different skill level. Some are really good at portraits. Some are good at more like abstract, cartoon, black and white. Like everyone kind of specializes and has what they're good at. It's the same thing if you're trying to find a baker. You're going to look at the way they bake a cake and what they do and how they put in it. And you find one that's really that you lean towards is what you want. Same thing when it comes to marketing or websites. If there's a certain way you want it to look and you find someone that the graphics, the way they do things is great. Excuse me. I thought about this yesterday. I was having a conversation with a construction company and I was looking at their website. Beautiful website. Great company. But what I noticed, I was looking at the remodels they were doing and I was like, we're still in this place of like gray and white where everything's very gray and white. And
I'm not a gray and white person.
Me neither. But I was looking at that going, there's still a lot of that is popular. I am outside of that. So I would have to work with a decorator or find someone that understands what I'm going for. Same with tattoos. That if you're going to get a tattoo, you can just walk into ye old tattoo parlor as you're driving down and you see a strip mall that says tattoos. Like you could absolutely.
Also, that was a really awesome name for a tattoo parlor. So if you're thinking about opening up your own tattoo shop, I highly recommend doing ye old tattoo parlor.
You owe me some. You will owe me. Just kind of trademark. Put a little polish trademark there. But definitely to walk in and take a look at their work.
Yes.
And because the one guy that did the majority of my tattoos, like I found him, loved his work. Because again, they're an artist. It's no different than going to a museum or an art gallery and you see some pictures or watercolors or sculptures or something done by an artist. You're like, oh, I love their style. Same with tattoos. Be sure to go and find someone, look at their artwork, look at their website, their Instagram, whatever it is, and check out their work to make sure. Because the last thing you want is to get a tattoo and then look at it and go, yeah, not really what I was going for.
Oh my gosh.
Too
I've
bad, so
seen
sad.
So many portrait ones where like they bring in a picture of like their kid or their lost loved one or something like that. And the outcome of it, like they look like weird gorilla babies or something. Like it's weird.
One of my favorite things to watch is like tattoo fails, like when they're spelled wrong, when it's words and it is spelled like just double check, people.
What was that movie? It had Jason Sudeikis in it and
probably like The Hangover or something.
No, it was he was
like No Regrets.
That's what one of the kids in there, the teenagers, the boyfriend of one of the whatever. He ended up getting a tattoo and it said no regrets. It was supposed to be no regrets.
And
so
if you're going in for an interview or something and you're really worried about it, they do make makeup now that will cover up tattoos.
They do. Actually, ironically, so I had this tattoo. Well, obviously I had it before I got married. But the makeup artist that I ended up going with, she was like, yeah, we can airbrush that so it doesn't look, so it's not there. And it was right when they were coming out with the makeup to cover up the tattoos and stuff. So she tried it, and it just looked like I had a giant orange blotch on my arm. I was like, screw this. Took it off, went down the aisle just showing off my tattoo and everything. And I mean, it's a part of me.
Yeah.
Like, it's a part of me. Like, I don't care to hide it. Like, I don't want to hide it. Actually, I was just at which I'm going to actually put a video out about because we were just in Colorado this last week and we went to Barty Chuckwagon in Durango, Colorado. I will tell you about it because I actually want to do an episode about them. But I was going to get some waters for the girls and I was waiting and it was taking a long time. So there was a couple heavily intoxicated men in front of me getting drinks and taking shots. So I was waiting in line and the one guy was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry it's taking so long. I'll take care of your waters or whatever." And I was like, "Oh no, you don't have to do that." And he's like, "No, I will. It was taking a long time." And then he stared at my tattoo and he's like, "I like your tattoo." It's like, "Thanks. Got it when I was 18. Bad decision, but here we are." It was just like, I don't know. It's a part of me. Like, I don't care to hide it. I don't want to hide it. I don't need to hide it.
But it's still okay if you wanted to cover it up or get it removed.
Which is, I mean, that's the big thing,
it's expensive and painful.
But I quickly wanted to mention something because you talked about having it be a generational thing. And I think as we keep getting older, like we were just talking about, like, what is it going to look like when we're, like, in our 70s, 80s, 90s or whatever. But I think when you're in your 20s and 30s, potentially 40s, like, it's more acceptable to have a tattoo because... especially with industries, they're kind of, the younger generations, millennials and younger, they're moving into more of that corporate role. So more of those corporate positions and bigger business positions are getting taken over.
And they're going to be led by people who have tattoos.
Right. So I think it's just like, it's a generational thing. And right now, like, it's just kind of moving into that state. So when we have people that are older, like in the 40s, 50s, I don't know who you are, 60s and stuff like that, if they have like a corporate position right now and it's still a bunch of, I hate to say it, but like a boys club, old white guys or whatever it is, like that's not really an acceptable thing unless you were like in the Navy and you have a Navy tattoo or whatever it is. Like,
so interesting. All right, listen, folks, we're going to wrap this up, but I would really like to know your opinion on this because this is one of these that, and for my networking people, this would be such a great question to bring to your next networking event when you're going up and saying hi to someone rather than saying, "So, what do?" You can walk up and go, "So, do you have any tattoos?"
Oh, I love that.
Or walking up and saying, "So, do you think tattoos belong in the workplace?" Like, just kind of...
Okay, careful on how you phrase that one, because if they have a tattoo, you walk up and you're like, "Do you think they belong in the workplace?"
Okay, so maybe you can walk up to someone and go, "Tattoos, yay or nay?"
There you go.
And so instead of going, "So what do you do?" walk up and be like, "Got any tattoos?" And they'll just be like, "Wait, what?" Okay, any that you can openly talk about?
Or if they're like, no, and then you could be like, "Have you ever wanted to get a tattoo?" And then you can just...
Great conversation starter.
You can keep the convo going.
I would love for you to drop a comment below or reach out directly to us like so many of you do and just let us know your thoughts and what you think because I'm just really curious now. Curiosity killed the cat. In the meantime, while you're getting a tattoo, keep listening to our episodes because there's always one every week. Oh, we're in season 3, by the way. Season 3. Golden Girls.
Golden Girls era.
Yeah, yes. Loving it. All right. Until then, next time you'll maybe see Tarah's new tattoo. That'll be fun. And we'll kind of like point back to this episode.
Yes.
Good times. All right. If you want to sponsor us, please let us know. If you have a topic idea, also let us know. If you're like, well, now that we're talking about tattoos, Paula, could we talk about
piercings?
I'll think of something that I edited. Do not say out loud. I'll tell you off camera.
Oh.
So until next time, I'm one of your co-hosts, Princess Paula, along with my other co-host,
Tarah B.
And together, the two of us are tattooed in time as Royally Unhinged. Later, Gator. And for those of you who have stayed to the end, every episode we hide a Dumbledore.
Specifically for my parents, apparently. But for you as well.
There's 2 hidden today. One, not so much. One is out here in the open.
He's just hanging out.
Showing off. But can you find the other little tiny Dumbledore?
He's tiny.
The little tiny Dumbledore. Cindy's like, yeah, whatever. That was an easy one. I found it right away.
Cindy!
This little tiny Dumbledore.
There you go.
Look for him next time.
Bye.